In the headlines of this hour on VTV News, 1,400 Great Solidarity houses handed over to unprivileged people in Hậu Giang province. Ho Chi Minh City poised to continue attracting investment globally. And in a world news, the U.S. to withdraw the largest aircraft carrier from the Middle East.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good morning. It is currently 8 a.m. local time and you're tuning into 30 minutes of VTV News. I'm Lilin Le with the latest updates. Now, the Mekong Delta province of Hậu Giang, boasting strategic geographical location in the southwestern region, should capitalize on its strengths for fast and sustainable growth, making contributions to the region and country's development. This announcement was made by State President Võ Văn Thưởng on the ceremony to mark the 20th anniversary of the province's establishment held in Vị Thanh City on January the 1st. He said that Hậu Giang should pay due attention to promoting economic restructuring in tandem with renewing the growth model, improving business climate and competitive edge, attracting high-quality human resources, and applying advanced science technology to serve local livelihoods. Furthermore, the state leader underscored that the Mekong Delta region's Rice Bowl should continue investment in high-tech agriculture, which is able to create high added value and gain competitive edge. He expressed his belief that Hậu Giang, with its noble tradition, will strive to reap further achievements to turn itself into a bright spot in the Mekong Delta region and the country as a whole. On the occasion, State President Võ Văn Thưởng conferred the first-class labor order to the local party committee, administration, and people. On this occasion, State President Võ Văn Thưởng also attended the launching and handover ceremony of 1,400 Great Solidarity houses for underprivileged people in Hậu Giang province and the breaking ceremony for FPT Hậu Giang Inter-Level High School. More in the following.
Speaking at the handover ceremony of 1,400 Great Solidarity houses for unprivileged people in Ho Chi Minh province, State President praised the local authorities' efforts and care for the social welfare in the province. 1,400 Great Solidarity houses are the very meaningful construction to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the province's establishment. On this occasion, State President also presented gifts to heroic mother and disadvantaged people of the province.
On the same afternoon, State President attended the groundbreaking ceremony of FPT Ho Giang Interlevel High School. The project will create 300 jobs for the workforce in the area, meet the learning needs of about 5,100 students each year, contributing to training high-quality local human resources. The school will operate with a boarding model, with buses picking up students every day to ensure safe and convenient transportation for students throughout Ho Giang province studying at the school.
It is necessary to closely follow the goals and plan of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu province for the period of 2021 to 2030 with a vision to 2050. That is the proposal of National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ when working with the Standing Committee of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Provincial Party Committee on Tuesday.
According to the report, gross regional product in the period 2021 to 2023 is estimated to increase by an average of 5.94% per year. GRDP per capita reaches more than $8,000 per year, the highest in the country. After more than two-thirds of the term, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu province has basically completed the majority of socioeconomic targets, including many exceeded targets.
In short, we need to stick to our set goals and have a specific implementation plan. Because the sooner the plan is issued by the local government, the easier it will be to deploy. This is also the premise for building documents for the upcoming Congress, finalizing the content of the project program.
Previously, when visited the Bien Hoa Vung Told Expressway Construction Investment Project Phase 1 in Phue town, National Assembly Chairman praised the province for completing site clearance work to be ready to construct Component 3 of the project, with a length of nearly 20 kilometers. The chairman of the National Assembly requested the Ministry of Transport and Dong Nai Province to continue speeding up progress to fully open the route according to Resolution 59 of the National Assembly. The chairman of the National Assembly requested the Ministry of Planning and Investment and the Ministry of Finance to advise the government to submit to the National Assembly to allocate capital, ensuring acceleration to complete the project.
Visiting and working at the Southern Petrochemical Complex project, the National Assembly chairman demonstrated the efforts of the province and SCG Group to complete the project in just 5 years and put it into technical testing in December. The project, with total investment of more than $5 billion, is expected to contributing to increasing in supplying raw materials and fuel to local industries. The National Assembly chairman affirmed that the National Assembly and the government will continue to maintain a favorable investment conditions for domestic and foreign businesses, both in the immediate and long term.
Tuesday, January the 2nd, is the first stock trading session of the new year. The index only increased slightly, but the market is liquid with heavy trading of $821 million. Investors are expecting low interest rates and stock market upgrades this year.
Investors, investment funds, securities companies, and regulatory agencies all expect market liquidity to increase in 2024. Last year, net foreign investment sold for more than $945 million.
This year, the U.S. Federal Reserve will cut interest rates. This will help attract foreign investment cash flow back to Asian markets like Vietnam. I think the Vietnamese stock index can increase by 25 to 30%.
As for domestic investors, cash flow accounts for about 80% of transaction value. This number shows the recovery of export markets.
The Industrial Production Index has recovered since October last year. Until December, this index had a recovery growth rate of 5.8% over the same period.
Along with that, removing bottlenecks to meet market upgrade criteria from international organizations has also been confirmed by the Ministry of Finance.
We will coordinate with ministries and agencies to implement the necessary legal regulations that need to be amended. From that, Vietnam will reach the requirements to soon upgrade the stock market.
Increasing supervision, cleaning investor data, transparency in corporate bond issuance, and soon putting the new KRX trading system into operation are solutions expected to help the market grow more sustainable in 2024.
Ho Chi Minh City is drawing the attention of strategic investors in various fields, including the establishment of innovation centers, advancements in new materials technology, and the promotion of clean energy projects requiring an investment capital of $123,000 or more. Supported by Resolution 98, Ho Chi Minh City is set to implement a range of preferential investment policies to encourage and facilitate these strategic ventures.
Having invested and operated in Ho Chi Minh City for 2 decades, this Japanese software development and testing enterprise now plans to invest in a new facility. The Ho Chi Minh City's Resolution 98, with supportive policies, has prompted the decision.
Resolution 98 helps promote startups and facilitates the expansion of startup activities by providing and supporting infrastructure and offering incentives for experts.
Not only existing investors, many new investors in the U.S. are also interested in Ho Chi Minh City's investment environment.
A lot of exemptions, a lot of tax benefits for companies that are thinking about investing more in Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh City aims to attract strategic investors through favorable policy mechanisms. These include allowing strategic investors to deduct 150% of the actual cost of research and development activities from taxable income. Additionally, strategic investors will receive preferential treatment in customs procedures and taxes for the import and export of goods.
Support policies also include planning and project procedures to shorten investment preparation and implementation time.
There are many preferential policy mechanisms for Ho Chi Minh City to promote, thereby creating an investment attraction.
In 2023, Ho Chi Minh City led in attracting foreign investment, securing over $5.85 billion in registered capital. In 2024, armed with effective policies, the city is poised to continue attracting investments globally. This positions the city to expedite its economic transition, aiding Vietnam's shift towards a more modern, greener, and productive direction.
North Central Nghệ An province attracted over $1.6 billion worth of FDI during 2023, a year-on-year increase of 66.8%, according to the Provincial People's Committee. It therefore ranked 8th out of Vietnam's 63 cities and provinces in FDI attraction. The province has also far attracted over 130 FDI projects from 14 countries and territories with total registered capital of more than $4 billion. The province granted investment licenses to 116 domestic and foreign invested projects this year, a 3.6-fold increase compared to last year. Local authorities also approved additional investment to 185 projects. The readiness of industrial park infrastructure is one of the attractive factors to attract secondary investors. Therefore, Nghệ An province's success in attracting investors such as WHA and VSIP in recent times has opened up many economic development opportunities for the locality. Coming up next on VTV News. Accurate classification of poor households for targeted support initiatives. And later on, Vietnam requires recyclers to fulfill obligations beginning 2024. Welcome back to VTV News. Now, each Vietnamese fisherman is considered a symbol affirming Vietnam's sovereignty over its seas. In addition to the presence of fishermen at sea, the Vietnam People's Navy is making tireless efforts to fulfill their duties and ensure peace and stability in the country's sovereign waters. Despite facing severe natural disasters and daunting tasks, the primary goal of Navy personnel in the new year remains unchanged: proactively protecting the country from the sea.
Naval Fleet 129 meticulously plans each work trip, taking every detail in the equipment inventory into careful consideration. They are ready to swiftly repair any damage to fishermen's boats and provide assistance in all sea-related situations. Moreover, they supply fresh water and essential items to the fishing crew, ensuring a sufficient fuel supply for their lengthy offshore journeys.
The Naval Fleet 129 has patrol boats stationed here, ready to support the local community, including search and rescue assistance. The local fishermen can feel assured in their fishing activities.
The Navy's submarine brigade effectively utilizes the provided equipment and weaponry while also conducting research to develop methods suitable for practical conditions and tasks. As a result, the brigade is well prepared in any circumstances,
ensuring that officers possess a high level of expertise, the ability for self-learning, research, and advisory, and the capacity to handle situations arising from practical scenarios. Each individual is educated to undertake 1 to 2 tasks in different positions.
The sophisticated Navy force is composed of modern forces, equipped with advanced technology, organized into modern force structures, utilizing modern tactics, and ensuring modern logistics and technology.
This is both an honor and a significant responsibility for us. The officers and soldiers of the Vietnam People's Navy will actively strive to practice, study, and enhance their combat readiness capabilities, ensuring the strong protection of maritime sovereignty.
According to the mission requirements for 2024 set by the Minister of Defense, the naval forces are continuing to effectively fulfill their roles in advising military and defense strategies. the primary focus remains on developing a modern and resilient Navy to actively safeguard the homeland from maritime threats.
According to the Ministry of Labor, War Invalids and Social Affairs, the Republic of Korea has a need to recruit more than 15,000 Vietnamese workers in 2024, following the cooperation program plan between the two countries, which is known as the EPS program. Those number of workers are mainly in processing and manufacturing, with 11,200 workers. Others are in the fishing, agriculture, and construction. The Korean language exam in 2024 for employees who wish to work in the Republic of Korea under the EPS program will be held in 2 rounds, including the test of proficiency in Korean or topic and a skills and capacity assessment test. After meeting the requirements of both the rounds of the exam, the employees are eligible to apply for a job in South Korea under the EPS program. In 2023, the third year of the 10-year socio-economic development strategy from 2021 to 2030, efforts focused on comprehensive and sustainable poverty reduction, particularly in ethnic group areas. A key priority was understanding the causes of poverty, assessing each family's specific needs, and classifying households accordingly. This approach helped tailor appropriate support solutions for reducing poverty.
This man, wanting to secure employment, received support from local authorities. They helped him find a job 20 kilometers away. Additionally, the commune provided extra funds for him to build a new house, ensuring that he and his mother won't have to live in a dilapidated home.
The state supports me $4,000 to build a house.
Nowadays, poverty reduction goes beyond providing food and clothing. It involves ensuring access to education, employment, healthcare, clean water, and sanitation for those in need.
In the review process, even if some households seem challenging, they should still be included, and those meeting the criteria for poor or near-poor households must be acknowledged. Our approach is centered on caring for the less fortunate, ensuring no one is left behind.
Regular and ongoing investigations and reviews of poor households have shown positive outcomes in the last 3 years, leading to a decrease in the overall rate of poor households nationwide. The approach to poverty reduction has been focusing on conditional support policies to reduce free assistance and encourage proactive efforts to overcome poverty.
To create jobs and increase income, we must first create a social foundation. Therefore, we must continue to invest in infrastructure development and regional linkages to develop production and expand markets to help people have more jobs. The second step is providing training to connect individuals with suitable jobs in the market or assist them in finding alternative employment opportunities.
In the past year, the National Target Program on Poverty Reduction has implemented over 1,600 poverty reduction projects, created sustainable jobs, and connected the labor market for over 30,000 poor workers.
The National Institute of Hygiene and Epidemiology has signed contracts with domestic vaccine producers on the supply of 10 types of vaccine used for the National Expanded Program on Immunization, or EPI. According to the Institute, the vaccines will soon be allocated to localities this month. The quantity of these 9 vaccines is enough to vaccinate children who did not get vaccinated in 2023 and those who are scheduled to be vaccinated in the first 6 months of 2024, according to a representative of the Institute. Particularly, nearly 550,000 doses of Rota vaccine, which has been added to the EPI, will be provided to children under 1 year old from the second quarter of this year. Beginning January 2024, battery, accumulator, lubricant, tire, tube, and commercial packaging manufacturers and importers in Vietnam must fulfill recycling obligations, adhering to specified rates and criteria. It is mandated by the Extended Producer Responsibility, or EPR, requirements under the Law on Environmental Protection 2020.
In Vietnam, batteries, accumulators, lubricants, tires, and packaging are among the 8 industries required to follow recycling rules, ranging from 5 to 22% of the total volume introduced to the market or imported. This marks the first time Vietnam has applied such regulations to manufacturers and importers, and some businesses are willing to comply.
Currently we are recycling about 14,000 tons. We are fully capable of doubling our capacity. After regulations are introduced, we hope the input source will be more abundant.
We enhance packaging to boost recyclability, reaching 63% recyclable packaging, and decrease reliance on virgin plastic. This not only supports the circular economy but also addresses waste issues and fosters the growth of the recycling industry.
Implementing this regulation, the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment has built a national electronic information portal. Manufacturers can self-declare and choose the form of recycling.
Besides encouraging, disseminating, and guiding businesses to implement the recycling regulations, we will have inspections, tests, and sanctions. This is a policy that recyclers can benefit from. Recyclers must declare and report truthfully to receive support.
The ministry has proposed to the government to establish recycling cost standards, providing a legal foundation for manufacturers and importers. This allows them to contribute to the recycling fund if they opt not to handle recycling activities themselves.
The cruise ship Westerdam brought over 2,000 tourists and 781 crew members, mostly from the Netherlands, docked at Tiên Sa port in the central city of Da Nang on January the 2nd. There are also British, French, Italian, Danish, Hungarian, Australian, Canadian, US, and Japan tourists on board. This marked the first international cruise to visit the central city during the new year. Upon their arrival, the tourists were given flowers and gifts and treated to lion dance performances. During their stay in Da Nang, they were scheduled to visit some tourist destinations including Ngũ Hành Sơn Mountain, Linh Ứng Pagoda, and the Cham Sculpture Museum. The city received 22 international cruise ships with 18,000 passengers last year. It is expected to welcome 45 more ships with more than 40,000 travelers this year. Coming up next in our world news, the U.S. to withdraw the largest aircraft carrier from the Middle East. And later on, Person of the Year 2023, Taylor Swift, which was nominated by Time magazine. Welcome back to VTV News. Now on to the global updates. The United States is set to withdraw one of its aircraft carrier strike groups from the Middle East in the coming days. The American aircraft carrier USS Gerald R. Ford is set to depart in the Mediterranean Sea close to 3 months since it was deployed. The Ford and its accompanying warships will be replaced by the amphibious assault ship, the USS Bataan, and its accompanying warships, the USS Mesa Verde and the USS Carter Hall. The 3 vessels had been in the Red Sea and have been transiting toward the eastern Mediterranean over the last few days. Meanwhile, Iran's Al-Borz warship has passed through the Bab al-Mandab Strait and entered the Red Sea. This move takes place in the context of the Red Sea situation is unstable with attacks by the Houthis in Yemen. Indonesia officially imposed a new tax on e-cigarettes on January the 1st, adding to an excise tax to help curb vaping. Denny Shujantoro, head of the Communication and Information Service Bureau of the Ministry of Finance, said that the purpose of imposing this tax on top of the excise duties is to control tobacco consumption among the public. According to the ministry, both e-cigarettes and traditional ones are equally harmful. However, e-cigarettes were only brought under excise tax regulations in 2018. The revenue from e-cigarette taxes in 2023 amounted to $114 million. More than 50% of the revenue from cigarette taxes will be directed toward public health services and law enforcement, supporting better public services. Travel in China flourished over the three-day New Year's holiday, with 135 million domestic trips, up 155% from last year, while domestic tourism revenue rose to 11.23 billion US dollars, which is the data released on Monday has shown. Now, during the New Year holidays, more than 128 million passenger trips were made on China's transport network, up 78.4% from 2023 and 33.1% from 2022. The number of railway passenger trips surged 177.5% year-on-year, and air passenger trips jumped 140.3%. From Saturday to Monday, passenger trips by air were likely to reach 5.19 million trips, 140.3% higher year-on-year, while journeys on highways and waterways are expected to jump by 46.1% and 72.9% respectively, according to the Ministry of Transport. The title Person of the Year 2023, an annual award voted by Time magazine, was awarded to Taylor Swift. That is the first time a singer-songwriter has been voted for this valuable title, further emphasizing the success and influence of the country star.
In 2023, the star born in 1989 appears everywhere and broke many concert revenue records. Her concerts even caused small earthquakes around the performance area because of the enthusiasm of her fans.
I don't want to miss any show of Taylor because I was a Swiftie since I was 15 and now I'm 28 years old, and it's 30 years. So my childhood and my teenage all about Taylor.
The 34-year-old artist spent 2023 traveling the world on her Eras tour, performing many songs from her entire career. For the first time, revenue from a female artist's performances was not only confirmed to set a record, but was also considered to be enough to boost a country's GDP, creating momentum for tourism and hospitality.
You're stuck with me because I'm gonna sit with you and watch this thing. But I just before we do that, I wanted to say thank you for wanting to spend your evening with us. This is as we would say, it's a core memory for me. And this tour, let me just preface by saying I've always had fun doing this. I can't believe music is my career. That's crazy to me. I've always loved it.
At the age of 34, Taylor Swift continues to develop her career impressively, creating surprising achievements.
Up next, let's have a look at the weather forecast. And that is all that we have for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can visit our website, our YouTube channel, or download a mobile app VTVgo for more. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.